Hey everybody, Ash here with Gents, back with another fragrance review. Obviously today I'm reviewing the new Armani Code Absolu. I just featured this in one of my last videos, which was kind of like a semi-haul video. I got 4 fragrances in at once and did first impressions on them. So I've been wearing this each day since I did that video, and now I'm gonna give you my review. So stick with me, I'm gonna break this fragrance down, let you know what I think about it, whether it's good, whether it's bad. We'll go over the presentation really quickly, and you can get an idea if this fragrance is gonna be good for you to test or check out or buy. So let's do this Armani Code Absolu. Alright guys, let's quickly check out this presentation. Here we have the box. You can see there, name of the house, name of the fragrance, and you can also see that semi-textured feel that the box has that goes all the way around. At the top, you've got the Giorgio Armani logo. On the back, you have your ingredient information, and on the bottom, you have your badge code information, which is punched into the box here. And here we have the bottle. It's got a really nice gold kind of gradient design here. To me, again, a little bit of a resemblance to champagne. The GA for Giorgio Armani on the top of the cap, it does click into place. And then you can see here the atomizer is similar to the color of the bottle. On the bottom, you have a sticker with your badge code. Overall, I do really like the bottle design. I like the color. It does give off kind of a classy feel. So there we go, presentation for Armani Code Absolu. So there have been a number of Armani Code flankers released over the last couple of years. Some of them have been received well, and others not so well. For example, Armani Code Colonia and Armani Code A-List so far have been kind of written off. Really don't see those talked about very often, and in general, they're not spoken up very highly. Then you had this release, Armani Code Profumo, which in general was received very well. It got mainly positive reviews, and if you look on fragrance websites like Fragrantica, you can see there that most people agree that it's a nice fragrance. Of course, there are always gonna be some people that hate or dislike a fragrance, and that's fine, but in general, that one has been a success. And that's gonna take us to this new one, Armani Code Absolu. I said this in my first impression video, and it still does hold true. Armani Code Absolu to me is right in line with Armani Code Profumo. They're not the exact same, but you can tell that these two have the same DNA. And I know that they're both Armani Code fragrances, so technically, yeah, that would put them in the same family, obviously. But these two are much closer than something like Armani Code Profumo as compared to Armani Code Colonia. So that's what I'm saying here when I say they're in the same family. They share a similar backbone. And we're gonna go into that in more detail later on in this review. So Armani Code Absolu, when you first spray this on, it does have a similarity to Profumo. Not the exact same scent, but when you smell this, you will definitely be reminded of this. There's sort of an orange undertone here. It's a little bit creamy, and it's not really fresh or juicy. Apple and orange are the two top notes in Absolu. Those really don't play in this fragrance all that much. You get a touch of those in the opening here, but just a little bit. They're never prominent notes in this fragrance. You don't pick them up all that strongly. Tonka and nutmeg are two of the most powerful notes in this fragrance right off the top. It gives the fragrance a sweet, again, semi-creamy, somewhat spicy feeling in the opening. And carrot seeds is one of the notes in this fragrance. It lends just the tiniest touch of earthiness. It's not in a dirty way though, it's not funky at all, so don't worry about that. In the opening, Absolu is a little bit like Profumo if you took away that root beer kind of zingy feeling that it has. That's the way I describe it, but if you smell Profumo, it does have this kind of zingy, sparkly kind of pop to it. Absolu does not have that. It's rounded off, it's more smooth. It also does not have the cardamom or the amber that Profumo does. Absolu is a little bit creamier, more refined, and classier. As well, the tonka note in Absolu comes across a little bit more bittersweet, whereas in Profumo, it's just straight up sweet. As Absolu settles down, it does have, again, a similarity to Profumo, though Absolu does not have the lavender that Profumo does. Instead, it has those carrot seeds that we just talked about, and when you mix those carrot seeds with the tonka, the vanilla, the suede, and the woodsy notes in the base of Absolu, it actually starts to give off kind of like a chocolatey tonka vibe off my skin. Now, it doesn't smell directly like chocolate, but it does have a similarity. And as well, Absolu has a sensual rum accord, according to Armani. Absolu never comes across like a boozy fragrance to me, so it doesn't come across smelling like alcohol. But I would say that rum accord mixes with the vanilla in the base of Absolu and really just gives this a warm, smooth, kind of sweet vanillic backbone. It makes the base of the fragrance smell a little bit richer. In the far dry down, the woody base of Absolu starts to shine through. The tonka in Absolu is still dominant. I would say the dominant note of the fragrance really from the opening through to the dry down. So if you don't like tonka based fragrances, you probably won't like this one. Regardless of that though, the woodsy base with the suede, that chocolatey tonka vibe that I just talked about, with the carrot seeds, nutmeg, and that rum vanilla mixture, has Absolu smelling freaking great to me in the dry down. So this is one that I can tell you from the opening to the mid to the dry down, I like it the whole way through. That does not always happen. The tonka in Absolu is not as powerful as the tonka in Profumo. It's definitely reined in a bit. It's a little bit smoother, and like I said earlier in the review, a little more refined. This is like the older, richer, more sophisticated brother to Profumo. And just overall, head to head, like taking nothing else into consideration, do I like Profumo or Absolu more, just in the way they smell? And I can tell you guys, just my own personal opinion, I like Absolu more than Profumo, straight up. Profumo is a good release, I really do like that fragrance, but Absolu's better. It just has a lot of things going for it that I appreciate over Profumo. Again, the sweetness being reined in just a little bit. It smells better blended, it smells better put together, it smells like there was more thought put into Absolu. Which might sound a little bit crazy, but that's just how it comes off to me. The subtraction of the cardamom and the lavender and the addition of the carrot seeds and the rum accord really just amps this fragrance up. Not necessarily in terms of performance, just in the way it smells. To be sure, if you're looking for something that's hyper unique, you may not be impressed by this one because it does have many more similarities to Profumo than it does have differences. They've essentially taken the Profumo DNA, made some tweaks, changed some things around, and then release this one. So if that does not sound interesting to you, Absolu might not be a fragrance that you're interested in. And also, like I said before, if you don't like tonka and vanilla being the main parts of a fragrance, Absolu again, maybe not for you. Personally, I really like it, and I think at the bare minimum, you should test this out to see if it's something that you're into. In terms of performance, I actually get really good longevity from this fragrance. 8+ hours without issue each time that I've worn it. Projection as well is above average for me. I would say it's a little bit behind Profumo. It's not as strong off my skin as Profumo is, but I have no qualms whatsoever with the performance here. And Absolu is going to be more of a fall and winter fragrance in my opinion. It does lean a little bit toward nighttime wear, but honestly, you can wear it during the day or night, either one, who cares? And I think that it could work in spring as well. Maybe not something that I'd reach for in the summer, but spring, fall, winter, you can pull it off during those seasons. It's just in general one that people would probably think of more as a fall and winter fragrance. I have had my wife and a couple of her friends check this out as well, and they all universally really liked it. So far, everybody that I've had check this out has had nothing negative to say. In my opinion, super solid release, great flanker to Armani Code. The only real issue I could see people having is, again, a bit of a similarity between these two. Just my honest opinion though, out of all the Armani Code flankers released over the last couple years, Absolu is the best one. And honestly, I'm thinking about it now, running everything through my head. Out of all the Armani fragrances released over the last couple years, not even Armani Code, just Armani fragrances, I think that I would keep this one over all the others. I would keep it over Acqua di Gio Absolu. Honestly, I would keep it over Acqua di Gio Profumo. I would keep it over Armani Code Profumo. I would keep it over Stronger With You. It just really does it for me. I don't know what else to tell you guys. If you can check this one out, please do so, because I think a lot of you out there are really going to enjoy this one. I personally bought that bottle off eBay. So if you go on eBay and there's somebody selling a 60 ml bottle on there, that's where I got mine. This should be popping up in stores pretty soon though, so if you're interested in that one, just keep your eyes open when you go to your usual spots that you check fragrances out at. And guys, I know that this is not a great giveaway, but I'll do a 5 milliliter decant giveaway from this bottle to one of you guys out there, because I know it's kind of hard to find this one right now. To enter, just like and comment below that you want to be entered in the giveaway, and 1 week from the published date of this video, I will pin the winner to the top of the comments. I'll select a winner through random comment picker and put the winner in the comment section. And then just contact me through email and I will ship you your decant. That way at least one of you out there can check this one out, because like I said, I know it's kind of hard to get this right now. All right guys, if you have smelled that one, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. I am pleasantly surprised at how much I like this one. It actually really did impress me. I was not expecting too much. but it is freaking solid. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all your support. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys again next time.